Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Jaya Rama Rava Rama Rava Rama Rava Shri Radhe. Jai Shri Shri Radha Madhava Ki Jai, Shri Shri Palat Lakshmi Singh Dev Bhagavan Ki Jai, Itai Gaur Premanandi Hari Hari Bol. I took a shower. It's not so bad. You can come closer. Okay. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So we're reading from the Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. I somehow have a sense that we speak English, but I'm not sure. I'm never sure how we speak. Wer versteht kein Englisch außer... Es ist gar nicht da. Oh, Kishori Kund ist weg. Verstehen alle Englisch? Schon, oder? Okay, then we speak English. It's easier than I can read from my... That's a German book, yeah. It's easier for me than I can read from my... Then I can read from my book with light. Okay, we're reading from Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. We are in the fourth canto. Help me, that's chapter 9, text 7, right? Right? Yes. 7. Aha, da ist sie jetzt. Super Kishori-Kund. Wärst du eher gekommen, hätten wir Deutsch gesprochen. Kann jemand übersetzen für Kishori-Kund? Matachi. Seltsam. Sorry, ich habe es eigentlich vorbereitet. Ekastvam eva bhagavan itam atma shaktya. Ekastvam eva Bhagavan idam atma shaktya. Maya kya yoru gunaya mahat atya ashesham. Maya kya yoru gunaya mahat atya shesham. Shrishtvānuvishya purushastat asat guneshu. Shrishtvānushvishya purushastat asat guneshu. Nane vadarushu vipava suvat vipasi. Nane vadarushu vipava suvat vipasi. Ekastvam eva Bhagavan idam atma shaktya. Maya kya yoru gunaya mahat atya shesham. Shrishtvānuvishya purushastat asat guneshu. Nane vadarushu vipava suvat vibasi. Please chant. Shrishtvānuvishya purushastat asat guneshu. Nane vadarushu vipava suvat vibasi. Ekastvam eva Bhagavan idam atma shaktya. Maya kya yoru gunaya mahat atya shesham. Shrishtvānuvishva purushastat asat guneshu. Nane vadurashu pivava vasat vivasu. Ladies. No. Ekastvam eva Bhagavan idam atma shaktya. Gunaya shesham. Purushastat guneshu. Nane vadarushu vipava suvat vipasi. Eka, one, tvam, you, eva, certainly, Bhagavan, O my Lord, idam, this material world, Atma Shaktiya, by your own potency, Maya Akyaya, of the name Maya, Uru, greatly powerful, gunaya, consisting of the modes of nature, Mahat Adi, the Mahat Tattva, etc. Ashesham, unlimited, Srishtva, after creating, Anuvishya, then after entering, Purusha, the Supersoul, Tat, of Maya, Asat Guneshu, into the temporary manifested qualities, Nana, variously, Eva, as if, Darshu, into pieces of wood, Vibhavasuvat, just like fire, Vibhasi, you appear. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. So first of all, who's speaking here? Turva, to whom? To the Lord. So he's praying to the Supreme Lord. Translation. My Lord, you are the Supreme One, but by your different energies, you appear differently in the spiritual and material worlds. You create the total energy of the material world by your external potency, and after creation, you enter within the material world as the Supersoul. You are the Supreme Person, and though the temporary modes of material nature, you create varieties of manifestation, just as fire entering in the wood of different shapes burns brilliantly in different varieties. Purport. Dhruva Maharaj realized that the Supreme Absolute Truth, the personality of Godhead, acts through his different energies, not that he becomes void or impersonal and thus becomes all-pervading. The Mayavadi philosopher thinks that the Absolute Truth, being spread throughout the cosmic manifestation, has no personal form. But here, Dhruva Maharaj, upon realization of the Vedic conclusion, says, you are spread all over the cosmic manifestation by your energy. This energy is basically spiritual, but because it acts in the material world temporarily, it is called Maya, or illusory energy. In other words, for everyone but the devotee, the Lord's energy acts as external energy. Dhruva Maharaj could understand this fact very nicely, and he could understand also that the energy and the energetic are one and the same. The energy cannot be separated from the energetic. The identity of the Supreme Personality of Godhead in the feature of Paramatma or Supersoul is admitted herein. His original spiritual energy enlivens the material energy, and thus the dead body appears to have life force. Voidist philosophers think that under certain material conditions, the symptoms of life occur in a material body. But the fact is that the material body cannot act on its own. Even a machine needs separate energy, electricity, steam, etc. It is stated in this verse that the material energy acts in varieties of material bodies, just as fire burns differently in different wood according to the size and quality of the wood. In the case of devotees, the same energy is transformed into spiritual energy. This is possible because the energy is originally spiritual, not material. It is said, Vishnu Shakti Para Prokha, from Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Lila 6, 154. The original energy inspires the devotee, and thus he engages all his bodily limbs in the service of the Lord. The same energy as external potency engages the ordinary non-devotees in material activities for sense enjoyment. We should mark the difference between Maya and Swadharma. For devotees, the Swadharma acts, whereas in the case of non-devotees, Maya energy acts. Om Magnanatim Dasya Knananchana Shalakya Chakshu Umedam Yena Tasmai Shigravena Maha Sri Chaitanya Manopistam Stavidam Yena Bhuttale Swayam Rupakaramayam Dadati Swabarantikam Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadada Shiva Sadi Gaura Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Okay, verse again. My Lord, you are the Supreme One, but by your different energies you appear differently in the spiritual and material worlds. You create the total energy of the material world by your external potency, and after creation you enter within the material world as the Supersoul. You are the Supreme Person, and though the temporary modes of material nature you create, and though the temporary modes of material nature you create varieties of manifestation, just as fire entering in the wood of different shapes burns brilliantly in different varieties. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when he was in his Leela on this earth, in this Kali Yuga, he had two main pastimes he always liked to listen to. Who remember what was this pastimes? What he liked to listen, especially from the Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. Dhruva and Prahlad. Yeah, this was his favorite pastimes. And I was thinking, like why he, why not something more, why not Ras Leela or something, something from 10th canto, the pastimes of Krishna. But no, here he liked to have the pastimes of Dhruva Maharaj and Prahlad Maharaj. What do you think could be the reason? Okay. Yeah, I think too. What? Somebody else has some thought? Super. Childish innocence, yeah. What do you say, Prabhu? Yes. Yes, Akshay Prabhu.
I'm speculating that these pastimes are very complete. They show a lot of the complete or the essence of the process of devotion.
Yeah. Sanjay, you have a guess. Du bist was? Ach so. Okay. Ladies, you have a guess? I think also, Mataji, you sitting on it, therefore I'm used to look here and see boys, therefore okay, good. You're welcome to use the chair, don't worry. Okay. No, not at all. Yeah, I also thought in similar things. Especially also we have to, first of all, there are two children, right? And children are known to have no separate agenda than themselves. Therefore, even in the Bible it said, if you want to enter the kingdom of God, you should come pure like children, right? In children there's no, no hidden traps or something like that. They are as they are. You have a child and you have it as it is. It's complete there, completely in the moment. He doesn't play a show. No, he's there as he is. So this is one thing what I also thought. Then they're very complete. They show a whole example. Then the Lord appeared personally to them. Right? That's also quite true. And I think this is my speculation, or what I thought then in this both of these pastimes, the Lord showed his external reasons to come. First of all, in the pastime of Prahlad, what is Prahlad famous for? When we think of Prahlad, what he is famous for? Okay, devotion. Something else? Always remembering Krishna, and this made him. Or Subal, what would you want to say? 9 processes, yeah. But why is he Mahachan? Huh? He's fearless by what? In washing pots, or? Huh? Yeah, but for what he was specially fearless? For preaching. Who said it? Yeah, he was constantly preaching from his early childhood. And as we say, like when we may preach, we have an agenda. We want to preach because we may. I'm again speculating. We may want to kind of establish ourselves. We want to maybe try to convince somebody to take a book. What is not a wrong reason, but it's a little bit sometimes with an agenda. We want to kind of convince somebody or something. But when a child preaches, he preaches just completely out of his innocence what is in his heart. And that's most attractive. Therefore, people, when they meet devotees on the street, they don't appreciate or they don't listen so much what they're saying. They kind of more the feeling, the vibration, if this person is truthful or if he kind of try to trick somebody in. Right? And this is what makes the devotee very attractive, what he speaks, what is in his heart. So in Prahlad, he was fearless in his preaching mission. And of course, then he showed a great example of to kind of propagate also the 9 processes of devotional service, what very important for us nowadays as well, and this makes him a Mahachan. What makes one a Mahachan? What do you think? What is the symptom of a Mahachan? Yes, and then what? Yeah, but what does it mean for us? Yes, we can follow. He's a great example. What is that? So? He's merciful, yeah, sure, also. But yeah, Mahachan, they act as a great example what we in the footsteps we can follow. Right? They're like our acharya. Huh? Somebody who teaches by his example, and just when we look at their lives, they are kind of role models where we can kind of slip in and say, wow, I want to be like that. That's very inspiring for me. So let me follow that person because he achieved the highest result in their life. So, and on what you think, what is very exemplary in the life of Dhruva Maharaj? What could Mahaprabhu inspired in the life of Dhruva Maharaj? Huh? Okay, determination. For what? Washing the car? For reaching the Supreme, yeah, okay, but he was very determined in doing his sadhana. But in general, what we could see, what happened to Dhruva Maharaj. At least I was thinking like that. Subha? His desires were purified, yeah. And somebody has something else? He took shelter in moment of need. Yes. But Akshar Prabhu?
For me, especially so is the power of the spiritual master.
Power of the spiritual master?
Know exactly Dhruva Maharaj's possibilities, and although his desire was not pure, but he engaged him in such a way that he could not.
Yeah. Very good. I thought, but this kind of includes what you all said, or is kind of a link to it. I thought Dhruva Maharaj stands for the process of transformation. Transformation on different levels. First of all, of course, his desires were transformed. Right? And his desires in the beginning were completely material, if we could say, right? We could say, no, come on, he wanted to have a kingdom. Was quite ambitious to have some material gain, right? And then he got under instruction. He took instruction. From whom he took first instruction? From his mother, right. And as we know, mother acts as the first guru. So she gave him instruction to go to the forest. So this was a qualification that he took instruction. Going to the forest, his determination came again out to kind of reach, because his mother said, if you really want to transform your life, if you really want to achieve what you desire, you have to follow the sadhus. You have to follow the rishis. Go in the forest, meditate, and try to worship the Supreme Personality of Godhead. You will find him there. And then he met the bona fide spiritual master, right? And what process? Of course, we know who was the spiritual master? Narada Muni. What process Narada Muni gave him? Yeah, but what kind of mantra? What is the power in that mantra? What he gave? Huh? Well, yeah, good point. We can see like that. But what is the powerful element in this mantra? Yes, he gave him Krishna's name, right? And by this name, by this mantra, what includes the name as the core, right? He achieved the power to actually attract the mercy of the Lord, that he appeared in front of him. Of course, in a different shape than he appeared in front of Prahlad. But he had a different task to fulfill. Right? So Prahlad's story is a story of complete transformation, to the point that he completely realized how foolish his material ambitions were. Right? Now we come here to his prayers, because here Prahlad, he sees the process of transformation in this verse. Jai Shri Shri Prahlad Lakshmi Shingadev Bhagavan Ki Jai. He says here that although you created everything, you enter into this creation. And you remain there. But for the ones who don't understand your supremacy in this material creation, the material creation is the main source of enjoyment. Right? It's like if you say, well, I got a tablet or something. Yeah, I get some device, and it's very cool. It's very nice device or whatever. But actually, you can't do anything with it unless what? When I can use this tablet. Yeah, but even for the program, electricity, yes. So without electricity, completely useless. I can maybe try to hit a nail in the wall with it. Otherwise, what can I use it? A tablet. I can maybe bring things from here to there. That's the meaning of tablet, actually. So, but it's completely useless. But if I think the matter, and this is what we nowadays do. Oh, I have a iPhone or tablet or whatever, like we or this whatever, we confuse the external with the internal, right? And this is the process of transformation where we have to understand as devotees that this is not this material world, what it appears to us so very valid, so important, so enjoyable, is actually only enjoyable because the potency of Krishna is inside. The potency of God is inside. Right? And it's the potency what makes it attractive. It's the potency, it's not because it says it has somewhere apple or something what makes it attractive. If I think like that, it's completely stupid. No, it's the potency of electricity what makes my device usable in one sense. Right? And only the devotee, he can fully understand the potency of Krishna in it, and therefore he can use it, and therefore he can love it. For example, in a child, the potency. I mean, what is a child? It's a little device. It's a little human device. What, when you look from outside, especially when it's not your child, you think it's just a little thing what is annoying, what makes a mess, what always wanna have my attention, right? And it's completely it's not valuable. But when you see the potency in it, especially when it's your child, then you see the miracle in it. You can understand that this child, although it's a little messy thing, what makes poo, what makes dirt, you can understand that because of the cuteness of the child, and you can't point out the cuteness. What is it? It has little ears, a little nose, or whatever. What is it? It's all the combination of it, and that's the potency of Krishna. Like therefore, Krishna is most attractive if he comes as a little baby. There's a whole sampradaya who worships Krishna as a baby. So it's the potency, the covering, what we, the kind of the spiritual potency, what covers the covering, what makes it very valuable. And only as devotees we can understand this. and therefore we can use everything what we find, and we see the potency behind it. When we see a flower, we immediately understand the craftsmanship, or the how to say, the expertise of the creator of a flower. You know, such a tender thing, what has so, you know, although it's so tender, it's so gentle, it's so breakable, so easy. You step on a flower, it's gone, it's destroyed. You know, you rip it out of the earth, after one day, it's destroyed. You know, it has to, it immediately it starts to twitter, or to how to say? Huh? Yes. So, but the devotee, he sees where is the potency in it, where does it come from, where is the, you know, if this comes out of a seed, then this potency is in the seed. And who put this potency in the seed? And the devotee, he can understand, okay, that's something what is created by something what is much more superior than I can imagine. So therefore, let me bring it to that original person. Let me bring it to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. But if I don't see the connection between the creator and the created, then I may have the tendency to see the beauty in the flower. But my intention is to enjoy the beauty and exploit that beauty for my means. Meaning, I take this flower, I rip it out and bring it maybe, for me as a boy, to a beautiful lady, to my wife, to kind of impress her. So in this moment, I may understand there's some special energy in that flower, but I want to use this energy for my own desires, to satisfy my own desires. And this is where the whole material world is basically based on. We based in the material world of exploiting each other. That's the nature of it. We should actually know it better, because all the literatures, not only the Vedic literatures, all the religions try to teach us this, that we are servants. We servants of this divine energy. We created with beauty ourselves. We have so much beauty in us. We have so much ability in us. But in that moment, we use this ability for our own satisfaction. Then in this moment, we get guilty. We get guilty and we become responsible for our actions. And this comes back to us in the law of karma, where we have to kind of face the reactions of our actions. But when we understand that the beauty is from the one who's most beautiful, and we connect this, then we make the right decision and we act as servants in this world. And in this moment when we act as servants, we are not exploiting anymore. Our focus is into giving and not into taking. Now, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he came to transform this world, because in this age of Kali Yuga, all the good qualities, what are there in the creation from the beginning, deteriorate. They are gone. It's like when you leave a box of camphor. Everybody knows camphor? Camphor. When you leave it open, with the time, it kind of merges into the air. It becomes smaller and smaller and smaller. It kind of fades out of the box when you don't close it properly. right? And all the good qualities with time, they fading out of the creation. So in Kali Yuga, we have only a tiny part of it left over. You know, if we look in the four pillars of Dharma, they are, somebody knows? Yeah, but that's the one what is supposed to be there. What else we have? What left already? Purity. Merciful. Huh? Austerity. Purity is like cleanliness. I mean, I guess like this. Hare Krishna Charu. Yeah, and then it said there's only one leg left, and this is truthfulness. But guess what? There's a whole agenda to root this leg also out. The Dharma is completely lost. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he basically got the service. He took the service. From whom he got service? Who was the one who engaged Mahaprabhu? Advaita Acharya. He engaged Mahaprabhu, said, you come down, you take care of it. There's nothing in this world, there's nothing good left anymore. And if you don't come and take care, everything will be ruined, because people just don't know it. They will go straight out of Kali Yuga into hell, because there is no religion anymore. Right? And even if there's some remnants of religion, like Vedic scriptures, people just don't understand it, because they're just using the Vedas for their own sense gratification. So you have to come. If you don't establish this, who can do it? Right? So Mahaprabhu, he had Hare Krishna. He had the service of transforming this Kali Yuga, this world, into Vaikuntha again, to bring all the good qualities back. And how did he do that? Yes, this is the only process what he brought. That's the only thing what can actually help. So now we say this all the time, but we hear it, yes, Harinam and chanting Hare Krishna and this and that, but same as Dhruva Maharaj. When Mahaprabhu inaugurated this process, which personalities he chose to do that? Just remember Navadvip. There were two special personalities Mahaprabhu pointed out to fulfill his order. It's very easy. Sure. And? Haridas Thakur. So Hare Krishna, who are these two personalities? What was their service? What was their action? Who's Nityananda? Huh? What is that, Balaram? What is that, Charu? Yeah. And what is that? Balaram. Yeah. He's Balaram Pran. But he acts as what? Huh? Yes, he acts as Avatuda, but it's not his main function. His main function is, of course, what? Yeah, but what is Nityananda? What is Balaram? What they represent? Huh? Yeah, but what personality? What? Is what? Is who? Guru. So the guru, he sent the guru out, the spiritual master. And with the spiritual master came what? Huh? His brother. Not directly. Whom he sent out with? The spiritual master. Who is Haridas Thakur? Huh? Yes, original Brahm, but in this pastime, who Mahaprabhu announced him as what? As the Namacharya. So Guru goes out with the Namacharya, with the one who carried the potency of the holy name and propagated all over the place. He had so much faith in the holy name that Mahaprabhu said, you are the Nam Acharya, the one who gives the holy name to everybody. Why? Because you have so much faith that you converted from your upadhis, from your designation as a Muslim. And just because he heard of the holy name. There was nobody who initiated Haridas Thakur in some special process, in some kind of, this is your swarup, this is your identity, whatever, this is what you have to do, this is what you have to remember during the day. Only the holy name. And this made him to the Namacharya. So Mahaprabhu, to transform this whole age of Kali, he sent out Nityananda, the Guru, together with the Nam. And what the Guru was begging the people in Navadvip. Did he say, I give you some special initiation? He said, chant Hare Krishna. And even to make them convinced, he even put straw between his teeth. He said, you just chant Hare Krishna. Everything will be perfect. Just take the name of Krishna. And even in one point, the Guru, Nityananda, came to such two dirty places. Who are these two dirty places? Huh? What? Huh? Chaka and Matai. Their hearts were so dirty places that even the Namacharya said, no, 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 no. But Guru said, no, please you come, and he went to them and begged them again, please take up this name. Only this name can save you. There's only the name, only the name, only the name. And this was the process of transforming the whole society. And this is the only thing what we have to continue. So, if we wanna be servants of the servants of Kali Yuga, not the ones who serve Kali Yuga in his bed, assembly, but Kali Yuga has one good quality, and this is the best quality of all ages. It is because of the Sankirtan movement. So if we want to be servants of that Sankirtan movement to transform this age, we just have to follow that process, what was handed down to us. We don't have to add something. We don't have to distract anything. It is perfect as it is. The only thing what is missing is what? What's missing? Prasadam. What's missing? Why we don't do it? Huh? I understand no internet. No eager. We're not eager. Why we not eager? Huh? No taste? Okay, why we don't have taste? why we don't experience it? Why there's too much ignorance? It's a simple thing. What we want to enjoy. Yeah, okay, but why we take shelter in this world? It's a normal thing. It's not. We want what?
We want to be God, so to be Krishna.
Oh, we want to be God. Okay, yes, okay, okay. So this is things, all things what we have, but think of things what we don't have. Huh? Well, yeah, independence is a tricky thing, but that's not what keeps us from stepping into this process. Hare Krishna. We don't have faith. We don't have faith that this holy name is really our remedy, our shelter. And this process, what we got, that this is the only thing what we need. And I tell you from my own experience in the end, since I started to use the holy name, so many things changed. And of course you don't see this in the moment, but for example, when I first time came in contact with the holy name and I started to use it, to chant, not on beats, just whenever I had time, so much changed in my world that I became afraid. And I dropped it because it changed my world. 10 years later, I was again desperate with my material life, with my material world, because the nature of the matter is it falls apart. So my world was falling apart. And again, I remembered this process what I once started. And it changed everything. And this time, I started to be convinced. And I got some determination. So I became a devotee. And on a regular basis, chanted. And I remember in the Leipzig temple, I was on the second floor. There's down floor, first floor and second floor. And we were chanting in the morning, we were chanting our rounds, and of course, like body like me, I don't give my body so much rest. So when I give him rest, he immediately takes everything. It means like he knocks me out. And this was when I chant Shabbat. So I'm best functioning if I keep my body working. So I walk back and forth. And I did this in the Leipzig temple, and I walked from one wall to another wall was a big window, up and down. And then with the time around between 6 and 7, every day except Saturday and Sunday, the same scenario. People gathered in front, there was a tram station, right? And people gathered in front of the tram station, in their coats and in their, and you see big fume coming out because they all have to smoke, because that's what they enjoy in the morning. But I have to do it, this is what is my enjoyment, at least a cigarette, that's my enjoyment, and they're standing, don't speak to each other, don't look to each other, but a whole gang there. And then it comes, I named it Akasura. And it keeps, and then the mouth of Akasura opened, rang, and it swallowed all the people. All the people were swallowed by Akasura, and then it closed its mouths. Rush, and then it went away. I thought, oh my God. And if you be there between 4 and 5, Akasura comes again and spits out the remnants. and they come again out. The first thing what they do, put on their hoodies, and you see them fuming again. Again, enjoyment. Right? And I thought, I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful that I don't have to be swallowed by Agasura every day again anymore. That I think my enjoyment is spitting fume. Like a dying dragon who cannot even spit fire anymore. Only some some fume comes out. So it's a process of transformation, and then it transforms our lives. And sometimes it transforms it on a scale where we become afraid, and this happens quite often. The devotees come, they take up devotional service, and then they see, oh my goodness, everything changes. I'm changing. But I don't want to change. I'm attached the way I am. And then I drop it. Because it's so quick. And the more faith we put in the holy name, the quicker it goes. But with more faith we take in the holy name, and in the process of devotional service, the more we get transformed, and the more we become a useful tool of bringing this name to the world. And this is something what we do when we take up the holy name and chant the holy name. We change the vibration of the whole society. Especially when we come together, we go in places where people gather, like cities, and we go there together and chant together. The whole atmosphere has changed, because on a subtle level, the holy name purifies everything. It purifies the consciousness, and the whole, everybody has an aura. Everybody has an aura. And this aura is composed of the things what is in that person. We learn from the nectar of devotion, if somebody has a sinful heart, has many sinful desires, he carries, somebody remember how it's called? A kutam. A kutam, right? And this is sometimes you see people coming and they look, you really, what's wrong with that? Something is not right. They have kind of an aura where you think, you hold your pockets and everything, meeting this person, because you think something is not right. I cannot point my finger on it, but So the whole Kali Yuga is a big, huge kutam. Because people carrying so many sinful desires. But when the holy name is propagated, and the extension of the holy name, what is the instructions, what is the Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, the more we recite it, the more we read it, the more we propagate it, it goes into the subtle setting of the universe. We change the mind craft, the mind field of the universe. We change the setting, we change the programming by bringing the holy name in, by bringing the Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam in. Because we changing our consciousness, we putting the Bhagavatam in our mind. We somehow are connected with the universal mind. And we influencing the Akash with it. So that's a great responsibility. And this is what we meant for. We are servants of the holy name. And the only thing what we have to do is bringing in the holy name. And everything around what we do, deity worship, what we do, keeping this temple or whatever, is just means to bring people to come and chant the holy name and get transformed. They get transformed, and while they're getting transformed, they're gaining faith. The only thing what is then missing is our association to keep this faith. And if they are becoming maybe fearful of the transformation, to cool them down and say, it's okay, it happened to me as well. Don't worry, everything is fine. What you will get out in the end will be much more better what you even can imagine now. And this can I prove from my own example. I never ever thought that I will end up like that. But that's the greatest benediction what I ever got. And it all started with the holy name in my life. So I'm begging you, please pray for me, that it's so easy, especially when we go out preach, when we go out. And it's not, nowadays, it's not only the cities. The main place where people meet is the internet nowadays. And there's so many viruses inside the internet. And I don't mean just, that something, it destroys my device or whatever. That's not the dangerous viruses. The dangerous viruses in the internet, they are the viruses will go right in here, who lower our faith in the process and in the chanting of the holy name. So, therefore, I'm begging you, please pray for me that I can be faithful and truthful to the process of the holy name, that I can be faithful and truthful to the process given by my spiritual master and by Srila Prabhupada and by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and somehow or other be an instrument of their mercy. Please do that for me. Thank you. Hare Krishna. We have 1 minute for a question. Akshar Prabhu.
Dear Ramananda, Gopala, Prabhu, I like so much your statement that what is missing for people to take up the holy name is faith. Faith is the crucial thing that is missing. So there's one verse in the Bhagavad Gita where Krishna says that people who have faith, who don't have faith, they cannot attain. And in the Prabhupada says, where faith is created, how people can get faith. And it is by association with devotees. Those who have faith, those who possess faith. So my question is, why are we not able to transmit this faith that we have in chanting or in the whole process of Krishna consciousness to other people? Why are we not able? Or, okay, it's not that we are completely unable, but the results are so small, they should be in a completely different dimension.
Mm-hmm. Because our faith is not big enough. Although we think we have lots of faith, and we have lots of faith, otherwise why we would still sit here? But still we holding back. We holding back faith. There's still some, at least for myself, maybe everybody has to answer this for themselves, but I still keep parts in myself, where I don't put the faith in the holy name, but put faith in myself. I have still faith in myself, and therefore there's no space for faith in the holy name. If I would put all my faith in the holy name, then I could transfer it. But there's still elements would think, I do it. I'm the doer. I'm not the instrument. I'm still the doer. I'm holding the instrument. I'm controlling the instrument. I control the holy name. And I control my preaching. And I control the results. And I still want to enjoy my results. That's for me what holds me back. And we missing so much people who have this faith. Therefore, Srila Prabhupada, he could be so successful because he carried that faith. He knew everything is related on Krishna. Everything is the holy name. Because Krishna is not different from the holy name. So therefore he had this Shakti, he could give this. And we can still get this from people who have so much taste in the holy name, so much faith. But, as we, and going out to preach is a risky business, because as we had last time, I spoke with my wife, because also of the lecture of Paramahamsa Goa, made so many valid points, especially also about Shrita Swami. We're going out and we get contaminated. Why we get contaminated? Because what gets contaminated? Our ego gets contaminated. Because we still keep this ego. This ego is, I'm the doer. I have faith in myself. And this gets contaminated by the ego of other people who say, no, you don't. It's not only the holy name. You have to do different things. If you don't get this process, then it's not working. If you don't follow this Baba, then that's not working. It's only egos who contaminate themselves. And therefore we have to be careful if we go with an egoistic mind into the internet. And most of us go into the internet because of some kind of, it's not a gross thing, but some kind of enjoyment or some kind of distraction where we thought, I have to relax myself, I go there, and then we read something, we hear something and think, oh my goodness. It reasons with my ego. If there would be only the holy name, the holy name cannot be contaminated. But there's still ego inside. And whatever I put inside, this I can also give out. So I hear something, some conspiracy theory or something like that, and I put faith in it. And this is what comes out on the lunch table or wherever we meet with the words, did you hear? Well, this and that. Rumors. And these rumors are, the most tastiest rumors are the scandals. Sorry, Prabhu, seems like my answer is hurting you or whatever, I don't know. Or what you would say? I mean, you have your own, probably you have the answer already, you just make me dance like a puppet. Well, I don't know. I'm doing. I tried myself. We have to associate with people who have this strong belief and can transfer this belief to others. Therefore, we so sad, we lament if these people leaving our association, leaving the planet. We so sad if people like. Karamakana Swami, I mean, for me, that was a big thing, what was a great inspiration. We have Govinda Swami left, we hear Shrita Swami, there were the people who gave us some meaning in life, who gave us some kind of faith that we on the right process. And these people are going more and more. And I think our next generation, we didn't take it up, or we were not really teach to take it up, or different things. We're not ready. We're not ready yet. We're not ready to take over this faith in the holy name, to give it over. Whatever, that we can find so many reasons what weakens our faith. But this is only because we see with the eyes of our ego, that we think, oh yeah, because so many things in ISKCON happened and this happened and there's something, and yes, of course it's true, but why I'm shaken by it? Because I'm still don't have complete faith. And this is something that's something all of us have to take shelter in the holy name and in the pure devotee, in the devotee. And pure devotee is not that he is so nice, look how nicely he paints his tilak and whatever. Pure devotee is who really puts his life into the process. Because this means at least faith in the process, and at least these people we have around. Some of them in the moment in India. It's like our now Hari, Nandimukhi, Akila, Suchitra, all our seniors. They, you yourself are a great example already, where young people, I mean, I'm not so young anymore, but where we can put our faith in and say, see, it works. And at least we can stand as examples to say, okay, here is work in process. Ramananda, he has so many, whatever. Sometimes he listens to rock and roll. But at least he's still there. So at least we have here a work in progress. Gopikita. Now you say the final word now. You have to say the final word now. We don't have time for questions.
Because you raised this point about faith, and around 3 or 4 years ago, I really came to a block in my own spiritual life where I thought, I don't have enough faith. And it wasn't one of those things where you thought, okay, I don't have enough faith, let me just, I don't know, read a book and I get some faith, or let me chant and get some faith. I mean, it was a lot of work to try to bring up that level of faith, because it is like this. We get slapped in every direction with material life, this life, and the life before, and you come into it. You see people maybe born into the movement who have that faith, or whatever it may be, or people like me who grew up in such a faith, and people assume you have all this faith, for example. And it took a lot for me, a lot of prayer to find that faith, because the Lord had to somehow manifest it where I could really take it in a way which is faith. I mean, it's not that faith is just a given. I think it's something that has to be, for many of us, sort of, worked on, delved into, whatever it may be.
Well, faith is a natural given thing to us as a soul. We have this. Faith is actually only the distance between our natural soul being in the spiritual world, what we are, and the spiritual world. That distance we have to cover with faith, because if we have complete faith, we're completely there. Because there is this doubt, what is working against the faith. So we have to so faith is basically like a muscle. We have to build it up. And how do we do it? We go to the gym. What is the gym? The sadhana. The daily process, what we do. It's like if you want to be strong, you go daily to the gym and do push-ups, and then you will, you will see the result, right? Same thing with faith. We have to just the simple process what Prabhupada gave us in coming from Mangaladi, falling for regulative principle, chanting, japa, whatever it is, however it basic it sounds, but it's the tools, the training tools of our faith. This is what purifies our faith, and the literature and the people around us. But the Lord puts us sometimes in that situation where we have to enter into the gym, where we have to take shelter of the process, where we have to take shelter of the devotees, because He knows in this moment I start to work on this muscle. It becomes conscious, hey, I don't have this muscle. What's happening? So let me work on it. And then at this moment we start to pray. We start to kind of becoming desperate and say, oh my goodness, I don't have it. What's happening? I have to get it somehow or other. I get it from here, I get it from there. I take shelter in the Shastra. I take shelter in the sadhus. I take shelter in the devotees. I take shelter in the process. And then slowly we build up this muscle again. Now the difficulty is, every sportsman knows that in the moment when you get relaxed, I think, oh yeah, I have some muscle. Good now. In that moment, the muscles start to become smaller again. So we always have to come back to the gym and do our exercises again. And the more we do this, the more this faith muscle grows, the easier it is. Because with the faith comes with the faith comes ruchi, comes taste for it. You're not just going to the gym because you want to have big muscles. You go to the gym because you feel good. It gives you, it makes your body strong. In the same way, when you go to you follow this program, you want to read, it makes you feel strong in your spiritual practice. Your faith is there. You don't have to dig for it. It's just there. You just can, hey, faith, where are you? Oh, there it is. So therefore, we have to keep up with our faith till the faith is replaced by taste, by ruchi. And then that goes further. For a Mahabhagavat, you don't have to argue with him if God exists. It's not a question for him anymore. It's like, if you ask Charu, does your mother exist? He said, what do you mean? She's right there. Right? For Mahabhagavat, there's no question in not doing anything for not doing devotional service. Everything what he does is automatically devotional service because he is there. Sorry. Was it the answer to your question? Sorry. Then Mataji is going to the stream. Not you.
Basically, on my point of view, it was that the sadhana, as long as it's not just arbitrary, not physical walk. If in the sadhana you have your mind and your heart, everything is in it, then that transformation can work.
Yeah.
Because the sadhana was there before the lack of, it came up. And maybe what you were speaking about earlier, suddenly you get scared. But I didn't feel I was scared because something was happening. I was scared because I didn't know what.
No, but sometimes the Lord puts us in some situations, and sometimes even He can distract some kind of faith, He can distract some kind of taste, and suddenly He want to see how you react now. Because, this makes you strong if you have to work again. It's like so many times, anybody, Akshar Prabhu, you were in book distribution? Sure, huh? Or? Little bit, whatever. I saw so many. It didn't happen to me because I never was a big book distributor, but I spent quite some time struggling. But I saw big Maharathis. They go on the street distributing so many books, and they just go out like anything. People like me then become envious. Why they can do so much and so big, and and then at one point, it dropped. They don't distribute anymore. And you think, what happened? And they think, what happened? But that's the moment where Krishna take the results away and see, how do you behave now? And then suddenly this devotee has to kind of struggle again and kind of find his North Pole, his position, his kind of whatever. He has to see, okay, where I am. And in this moment, he makes the most progress. Right? You learn playing football when you lose. Again, something what is not for girls. But you learn the most in this moment where it's difficult. Therefore, the Lord puts us in difficulty. Therefore, Kundi Devi says, please give me this all again. Because in this moment, I surrender, I learn. My Shraddha is really growing if I give this Shraddha to you. Hare Krishna. I'm sorry. It took me so long to... No, what now? No. You just...
No, there's a question.
What?
There's a question from Śrīmad.
Should we take it? Should we? Okay, everybody please leave who's not called Shri.
Strengthen our faith even more in the holy name, especially when one spends most of their time in the material world and starts to gradually accept that as a reality.
Well, Shireen, you're an intelligent girl. You should not accept the material world as a reality. You should accept the association of devotees as a reality. But using the material world, because it's not different from Krishna, look where is Krishna in the material world. Try to find Krishna in the material world. Try to find Krishna in the association of even non-devotees, because Krishna is there in them as well. And then if you do that, you can connect with Krishna even in that sense. So the material world is a manifestation of Krishna. In the end, it's Radharani. It's Durga, it's material world. So you see it as a necessary for keeping your life or expanding, and see where is my service in that environment Krishna put me, or I chose to be. But how can I be useful in this? Prahlad had to go to school. What did he did? He told everybody about the holy name. So be inspired, and you will be inspiring for other people. Shireen. Hope that helped. Hare Krishna. Grandra Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam ki jai, Śrīla Prabhupada ki jai, Nitai Gaur Premanande, Hari Hari Gaur.